come to with a new paragraph. Okay, so you know that I started this before one day. This chapter, the colonial era. Okay, the colonial era in India. So now again I come to the new paragraph here. The Europeans in India. Okay, so the Europeans in India, so you know that 4 5 countries, the European countries came in India before the freedom. So yes, but the Britisher was the most powerful. So they just stay back in India, and others just because of the Britisher war with the Britisher, they just go back in the European countries again in their origin countries. But okay, so now I think we will study one by one all the European countries which came in India actually. Okay, so here first, we will try to understand this concept, Europeans in India. Okay, what was the reason? What were the reason actually? Why they attracted to just for India that as a trader? Actually, they came as a trader. So you know that. Okay. So now Europeans in India. India traded with the Greek and the Romans over 2 millennia ago. You already know that we already traded with many other many countries. Okay, before the freedom or just in the 16th, 17th century and all 11th, 12th centuries. Okay, if we talk about the past era or the monarchical era in India, yes, we always traded with the outsider countries. Okay, Greek and Romans. It's not just a new thing for the Indians. Okay, they are traded with the other or new countries or the foreigner countries. So, okay, we already traded with these outsider countries. So now you know that they already traded with these goods materials, spices, cottons, ivories, jam, okay, sandalwood, teakwood, wood, steel, among other commodities. You know that because in India there were so many things were famous or very special in India. So yes, like spices, you know that the southern place is very famous for the spices. So yes, and cotton, you already know that cotton is also very famous thing of the previous time and now this time also. So yes, they started to just trade with the cotton, and yes, the jewelry, no, the stone actually. Actually they were living in the coastal area, so you know can understand that many kind of stones also they just found and just traded with the another countries. Sandalwood, you know that the southern peoples also have the sandalwood forest. So yes, teak wood, many of. Okay, thank you just joining this live feed. Okay, so please, if you are here, so please just put your like, okay, and also subscribe the channel. Okay, now you know that I'm just going to teach this part, Europeans in India. So you can see this, you can understand this, because this part or this paragraph only not related with the junior classes, it's also come in the senior classes, and this also very important part. I think when we just going to study the history now, so it is very basic and important part in the history. So I think we all should understand, we all should study about this. Okay, hello, Anshika. Okay, hello, Anshika. How are you? Okay, thank you for joining this live feed. Anshika, do you know me? Where are you from, Anshika? आप कहाँ से हो? Please just write. Where are you from? Okay, if you are from here, MP or this area, the local area, please write your just area, okay? And please like also the channel. Like and subscribe. Okay, which class? Okay, are you studying in which class? Anshika, which class do you study? Thank you for your love and support. Okay, please like also. Okay. Okay, now come to the point. Ansika, if you want to ask any question from this colonial era in India, then you can ask. Okay. You can ask any question from this related topic. Okay, I am teaching history part. Okay, so now come to the part. Anshika, you can message. Okay, and also please just put your like. So you know that there were so many goods or materials that were traded with the another countries or the foreigner countries, spices, cotton, ivories, gems, and every many of things. Okay, thank you for your like. Anshika, please subscribe the channel also. Then you can know just what kind of video I uploaded. Many educational video, many history, civics, and geography topic I already posted. So please just you can watch the video if you are a student. Okay, Anshika, are you a student? अंशिका आप स्टूडेंट हो which class do you study? Okay, thank you for joining this live feed. Okay, come to the point. So now you know that in around 16th century C. Okay, so now you know that na which century we are just going on. Which century we are? Can you write this answer? Which century we are going on? And we are in which century? Of course, everyone know that we are living in 21st century and we are talking about here 16th century. Okay, C means, can you tell this word? CE. What is the mean of CE here? 16th century CE. What is the mean of this word? CE. Anyone who is just watching this video, please anyone can write this answer. What is the mean of CE? Please write this answer. What is the mean of CE? Okay, we are here in this 21st century and I am talking about these Europeans. When the Europeans came in India, okay, they came in the 16th century. Okay, so now again the point. Europeans' power began sailing in the Indian subcontinent. India was a vibrant economic, cultural powerhouse, historical estimated by economists. Okay, and yes, Angus medicines in the particular. Okay, suggest that Indian contribute 1/4 of the world GDP. Okay, do you know that time before? I think during 16th century. Okay, 16th century, India just can control the whole world. Not that time actually. India having the 1/4 of the world GDP. This kind of enormous or huge the economic power India hasn't at the previous time around 16th century. Okay, if you want, then should explain in Hindi, then please just write. Okay, I can explain this Hindi also. Okay, अगर आपको समझना है, then I can explain if you are unable to understand. Otherwise, okay, no problem. Okay, please put your like. If you are here, you can write your question also if you want to ask something. So yes, India that time India was sharing or India was having the 1/4 of world GDP. Okay, economic level was very high the previous time around 16th century. One of the two largest economic globally alongside, okay, remarkable from the 16th century onward. Okay, so India just as a flourishing and having capabilities, diverse agriculture, diverse natural resources, so many things were that time. But now you can see the condition. Okay, we are actually defeated. We just lack of energy in previous time because you can understand many European countries came in India and they drain our wealth. They drain our wealth as well as. Okay, thank you for your like. Okay, please who are here, okay, they watching this video, please subscribe the channel also. Then you can know the educational video, you can watch it. Okay, And if you want to ask any question, please write your question. Then I can discuss. Then I can just answer you. Okay, so now here again. So, okay, now, okay, come to the part, okay. So now you can see the first European country came in India, that was the Portuguese, okay, Portugal. Portugal was the country and Portuguese was the their native people, so we call them Portuguese, like India. Okay, we are the Indians and Portuguese, it means the Portugal people, the Portugal countries. So, of course, they were the Portuguese. Commerce and atrocities. So, now you can see the Portuguese explorer and navigator Vasco da Gama arrivals in Kapad, okay, near Kozhikode in Kerala. Okay, do you know these things? Then when the first Vasco da Gama entered into India, so the first place, which was the first place where he just landed or ported? Okay, can you tell me? Vasco da Gama first came in Kerala. Okay, the place was Kozhikode. Kozhikode, you can see this. The place was Kozhikode and Vasco da Gama first came in Kerala. May 1498, almost 15th century. Last of 15, okay, not last of 15, almost starting the 16th century. So it was the beginning of European colonization in India, colonization in India. It was the beginning. It was the starting era. 16th century was the start. One by one, when the other European countries that heard that there was a east side, the India or one of the country, there's very much natural resources and very flow, just having the good economic structure and many things are there. So yes, they want to come here, they want to make their market area, they want to just trade with there. When they just came and they see the beauty of this India, now they just decide to stay here. Like that. It was the story, it was the just conclusion. When they just first come as a trader, but when they just see this, all the things, all the beauty of India, so they decided to stay here. Okay, so now you can see this. The first person, the Vasco da Gama came India in the Kerala place, okay, in 1498, almost 15th or 16th century. Okay, now turn the page. Okay, now you can see here who is she? Yes, Rani Abaka. Okay, Rani Abaka. Okay, we can just read it after this. First, complete this Portuguese. So he was well received, he aggressive, always failed to establish friendly relation with the local rulers. Uh, okay, during his second voyage, 4 years later, he seized, tortured, and killed Indian merchant and bombarded Calicut from the sea. Okay, the Portuguese captured strategic port including Goa, which became the capital of their colony in India. Okay, now you can see Vasco da Gama just having very aggressive nature. It kind of he was a actually the navigator. Always just spend their time during the voyage and or just to find out the new places kind of person. Okay, so yes, Vasco da Gama was that, and Vasco da Gama when just come in the Kozhikode or Kerala, he just failed to the relation with the local rulers. Okay, so again, just yes, of course, local rulers they don't want didn't want to the friendly relation with the Vasco da Gama. So yes, now he left that time, but yes, again he came back. Again he came back in the second voyage 4 years later. Okay, Vasco da Gama again came back in India after 4 years later. He seized, tortured, killed Indian merchants. Now, with more aggression, more anger, he came again and tortured the killed Indian merchant and yes, the captured the Calicut area. Okay, now he captured the Calicut and Portuguese captured strategic port. Now also captured the Goa in 1510. This year, this is very important. First, he just came in India 1498. Okay, now he 1510. It means almost 10 years or 10 or 12 years. They captured, the Portuguese captured the Goa and make a colonies like that. Okay, now again, just in another part, we are going to study something more about this. Which become the capital of their colony in India? Which was the capital? Goa. Goa was the capital of the just Portuguese colonizers. Okay, when Portuguese want to establish their colony in India, so yes, they make the Goa their primary center or the colony or the capital. So now here you can see several trading posts along the Malabar and Coromandel coast, both sides. Malabar and Coromandel coast in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, they established their several trading posts, several go down they established. Okay, now you can see the Portuguese implemented a system known as cartage, pass, and requiring all ship in the Arabian Sea to purchase Portuguese permit for navigation. Okay, one more thing, of course, when they just settled their colony in India, especially in the south part, the Kerala, Tamil Nadu. So yes, first they started to just collect the taxes. Okay, they start to collect the taxes, of course. So yes, because they now that time they needed money or the power and the economic power. That's why they came in India. So yes, they started this pass system. Okay, and all the ships who are moving in the Arabian Sea. So yes, they need to permission. They need to take the permission from Portuguese. Okay, Arabian Sea. Now they started to control the Arabian Sea, whole Arabian Sea, and navigation ship without these permit were seized. What would be happen if they nobody want to take the permission of Portuguese or never want to take the pass? So yes, definitely they will seize their ships. They will control their ships. Okay, anyone want to ask any question from this para? Okay, this history part, the colonial or the Europeans in India. Okay, please write your question. Definitely, I will try to give your answer. So, okay, come to the part. Okay, who are here, please like and just subscribe this channel. Okay, this is an educational channel. So yes, here I teach social science. So if you want to study, if you want to know something about this social, it means civics or history, geography, economics, anything. So yes, you can ask the question. If I know, definitely I will try to give you answer. Okay, please like and subscribe the channel also. Okay, so now you can see the Portuguese implemented. Okay, I already explained this naval domination. Okay, this naval domination allowed them to monopolize the spice trade between India and Europe for nearly a century. Now you can imagine almost a century or 100 years they monopolize. It means a single handed controlled by the Portuguese on the spice trade. ओके, मसालों के ट्रेडिंग में सबसे ज़्यादा या फुल्ली कंट्रोल्ड बाय द पुर्तगीज़. ठीक है, मसालों का जो भी व्यापार होता था यूरोपियन कंट्रीज़ के साथ, उसमें पुर्तगीज़ का सिंगल मोनोपोली, सिंगल ट्रेडिंग सिस्टम था. नो वन कंट्रीज जस्ट दे कैन कम इन इंडिया बट दे कैन नॉट जस्ट never to just control this spice trade. They fully control this spice trade, the southern part, especially the Kerala and Tamil Nadu part. Okay. Alongside commercial exploitation, the Portuguese presence in Western India was characterized by religious persecution in Goa. They established the Inquisition in 1516. Okay, yes, the one side they are controlling the economic or commercial. things. Okay, commercialization, they are just doing commercialization, they controlling the power, they just monopolize everything, every the trading system, every part of the country, especially the southern part. But yes, the same time they also just started to the religious persecutions. Okay, what is the religious persecution? Yes, they dominate their culture to the Indian people. Their culture, their religion, they want to make same as like them. So yes, you can see what is the executions. Okay, a tribunal set up by the Roman Catholic Church to judge heretics, okay, suspected to the holded opinion country, to the church doctrine, okay, over some 600 years across Europe. Many thousands of supported, okay, heretics were tortured and executed. Okay, so you know that they now started to manipulate the people, they started to just convert as a Christianity, like the, yes, started to dominate, okay, their culture, their religion, like they started these things. So yes, you can see in 1560 around, okay, it was the almost 70 years, 60 70 years. You know that now there's last of 1498 first the Vasco da Gama came in India. Then after 1510, after 10 years, okay, they started to control the India, the especially southern part. Okay, Goa was the capital of Portuguese, and yes, you can see the year 1560. So yes, almost 60 year or 50 years, they started to dominate their religious ethics also. Now you can see this. A severely persecuted Hindu, Muslim, Jews, and Christian convert suspected of practicing their original faith. And okay, and because they actually they thought they many of the Hindus, Muslims, and other communities, person or people, they executed, they killed them. Okay, because they just like realize or like thought this that they were not following their culture. Okay, so yes, persecutions was accompanied by forced conversion and the destruction of many Hindu temple, among other form of abuse of the native population. Okay, how they suppress them, how they just force them to convert as a Christianity. So yes, they destroy many of Hindu temple, they destroy many of Hindu temple, they destroy their culture. If they want to follow their religion, so yes, they just pressurize, they torture them and force to follow the conversion of Christianity, follow their religion. This kind of things they did in this century, 16th century. So many of Hindus and Muslims, they just, because of this forcing, they just accepted this Christianity and they just started to follow this religion. So the Goa Inquisition was also abolished in 1812. Yes, when they were just weak in 1812, so this kind of things actually slowed down in around 19th century. Okay, 1812 in 19th century. But you can imagine the 16 to 19, almost 16th century, 100 or 150 or 200 years, they did this kind of situation, they make this situation. So yes, we can understand it was a very long period. They already just established many things. So yes, I think it's enough for this Portuguese. I already explained. If you want to ask any question, okay, you can ask. Okay, now come to this part. I can explain this part. Okay, Rani, okay, or the Queen Abakka, the southern queen, yes. A few centuries ago, the port town of the Ulal in present day southern Karnataka. You can see the port of Karnataka, one of port or the area, the dynastic area, Karnataka was an important trading point controlled by Rani Abakka first. In the later half of the 16th century, the Portuguese repeatedly attempt to take it over, because you know that they just started to control in Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Goa, Karnataka, many of the state, the port cities, the port state, they started to control. So yes, there was a queen, Rani Abaka, that already control of a port in Karnataka. So Portuguese come and just to attack or just to make a war with her. So yes, but Rani Abaka first one formed strategic alliance with neighboring kingdom. Okay, Rani Abaka was very clever queen, and she just make alliance. She made a friendship with the other neighboring state. Okay, they all come together. Okay, and the neighboring kingdom, and she was eventually captured and died. They come together, but it was the bad luck or what the condition we don't know. So yes, Rani Abakka was captured and died fighting in the prison. Yes, she was captured, but I think still in the last breath, she was a brave queen as she never gave up like that. So yes, we can say there was many rulers, many of queen or king. They just always just oppose oppose these Europeans' power or Europeans this ruling system. They always oppose, never just give up. Okay. Now here she was okay. So Abakkai was a very brave queen of the Karnataka port, one of Karnataka port, have created fireballs out the coconut shell and set several ships of the Portuguese navy. Or there one strategy we can study that Rani Abakka was very brilliant. Actually, she just used a kind of trick that you know that the coconut shell, the blank coconut shell, then the outer part of the coconut, yes, she just used as a fireball, as a little bit a bomb like that. Okay, so inside they just fill these uh, that barud, that what we said. So yes, they shell and set several ships up and just to throw it in ships of Portuguese ships. Okay, so Navy on fire. Their inspirational stories are remembered even today through the Yakshagan, a traditional form of dance. So yes, in Karnataka you can see that so many stories also now practices in the temples, in the many just cultural shows. So yes, Rani Abakka first was very brave queen of the Karnataka or the Karnataka port, one of area. Okay, so she fought with the Portuguese. Okay, so I think enough for today. The first para, the Portuguese. Okay, if you want to ask any question, you can ask. Okay, now I'm just going to give a question for you. Hello, you can see the question. Okay, so I already explained this paragraph. So now you can just answer this question. Okay, if you see this paragraph which I explained, so please answer this question. Okay, today is your like a homework question. Okay, if you just see this video, if you watch this video, so please answer this question. Okay. This is the series that European power in India or the colonial era in India. So you can just read this question and please try to just give your answer. Okay. Okay, I'm waiting. Please just write your answer. Okay, thank you for this joining this live feed. Okay, I'm now going to finish this live feed. Okay, bye bye. Tomorrow I just come with another topic or another paragraph. So yes, we can. Okay, study together.